Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 19th. This week, you start off with this Metamorphosis card. It says, your inner self is being renewed day by day, so new and better ways can come forth. You have this healing energy. It says you're in the process of healing, eliminating any bad energy from your life. And it is a Mercury retrograde, so amazing time to heal, rest, relax, recover, do all that other good stuff. And Gemini, this already looks amazing, which, again, makes sense. You have Jupiter in your sign, so it could be just a very lucky time for you. The Wheel of Fortune, would really say that there is some luck coming in for you, or that your luck is changing, which is great. This is looking amazing already, so I like it. But you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. All those cards together would be total fulfillment, or a positive change in your finances. So for those of you that are looking to improve your finances or to change your finances, it does look like you could be improving your finances significantly here. But with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like things are kind of turning around for you, or you could be experiencing a turnaround. I'm also getting as lame as this is gonna sound, I kind of feel like you're just getting a break this week. You go down to the Chariot, to the Strength card, and the Strength card, of course, is about developing strength or having strength. And but I kind of feel like the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot is saying that you're kind of like just catching a break this week, or you could be even having some sort of breakthrough. You don't have any breakthrough cards yet, but that might change as we clarify. You have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is about soaking up that good energy, right? If good things happen for you, double down on those good things. Practice gratitude. People always ask me, how do you double down on the good stuff, which is also the trick with the Wheel of Fortune. And it's if you have a success, repeat it or try to repeat it. But also if something good comes in for you, maybe you get a check or you get some money or something like that. I think just practicing gratitude, really, really expanding the time that you spend being grateful for it, is a great way to do it. And there's a million things you can do, but that's just one of them. But I would really be grateful for any of the good stuff that's happening for you. I feel like it will just attract more good stuff into your life with the Nine of Cups. You have the Ten of Pentacles, so I do feel that, again, I do kind of feel there is a financial breakthrough happening for you this week, and, it feels financial to me, like I said, so for those of you in work or business or your career, there could be some sort of financial breakthrough that you are experiencing. Ten of Pentacles, of course, the card of everything you want and desire in your life. The Ten of Pentacles forms the Tree of Life on this card, so for a lot of you, again, you could be receiving something else that you desire as well. I feel like it would be an amazing time for self-education as well. The Wheel of Fortune has Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo around the outside of the wheel, and they're all holding books. And the Ten of Pentacles, there are several ways you can read this card. It can represent inheritance. The old man here kind of represents the patriarch of the family, who represents an inheritance. But the Ten of Pentacles this man here can also represent a beggar, and he can represent someone who's coming and giving this family a gift. And so he represents a person who doesn't really have anything to giving something. So I feel for a lot of you that this could represent you receiving something that you want or desire, and it could be coming from an unlikely source. So I would just stay open to random opportunities that come your way, because you might be surprised. You have with the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Ten of Cups. Yes, fortune after difficulty, definitely a breakthrough now. So I think that you could just be receiving blessings this week, or like I said, having just a very happy breakthrough. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about getting out into the world. I kind of feel like this is also talking about doubling down on your successes. He has this success behind him, but he's reaching forward to something new. And this stands on its own. So for a lot of you, it's you might already have a certain level of success in your life, and you're kind of taking it to the next level, or you're expanding a success that you already have. And we even have the Chariot right next to it. So I kind of feel like some of you could be just expanding your success here. And again, there's a million ways to do this. It's maybe you're successful on social media, maybe you have a YouTube and you're expanding to Instagram, or maybe you're expanding to TikTok or something like that. That's what I mean by expanding the success. And same thing in your career. It's if you're getting a raise, you could really be taking advantage of it and doing a really good job, so you get another one in the future. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups again. Amazing reading here, Gemini. Definitely a really good week. This would be you, again, getting something you wish for, or maybe you've been wishing for some sort of breakthrough, and it looks to me like you're going to get it. So we're off to a good start. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this spider. It says, be meticulous and patient. You also have this minstrel card. It says, let your intentions be known. Yeah, maybe with the Nine of Cups, maybe you need to make a wish, right? Sometimes we have to tell the universe what we want. So I think it would be a great time for you to tell the universe what you want with the minstrel card. With the spider card, again, Mercury retrograde, so I think that it would be a good time for you to be meticulous and patient. Spiders also represent a process because, a spider has to weave its web before it can catch bugs. So if you are using a process to do something, like if you're building a business or even if you're starting a relationship or whatever, I feel that that spider is saying, be meticulous with the process and how you set something up. You have the Two of Wands again. I think that you're really taking the lead in your life this week. The Two of Wands is all about kind of taking the lead. It can represent progress as well. And you have the Chariot right after it, which can also represent progress. So I think that these two cards together are just talking about you making progress on something. And whatever it is, it's going to be a victory with the Chariot. The Chariot is about as above, so below. So is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, he is in the energy of what he wants before he has it. So before you have the success, again, part of the process, right, with the Nine of Cups is to be the thing that you want to be before you have it. And people always say to me, how is that possible? And I always say, habits. I think there are, again, a million ways to do it, but the easiest thing to do is to adopt the habits of success in whatever it is you want. So if you want success in business, go learn success habits. And there are a couple of steps here. Go learn a bunch of habits, test them out for yourself, see what works for you, see what doesn't, and then, get rid of the things that don't and double down on the stuff that is working for you. And if something doesn't work, don't do it. It's I love, for example, I love the Miracle Morning, right? Which is a book all about, a guy who changed his business by following this morning routine. But it's I've adopted it for myself. I don't do it exactly how he does it because some of the things just don't work for me. He works out in the morning. I don't like working out in the morning. I'm tired, right? I can't even think in the morning. So I do the meditation, the affirmations, and I plan out my day and things like that in the morning. So I've kind of made it my own. And I feel like the Chariot is saying, that's how you're going to be victorious, is adopting habits as above, so below, and, being in the energy of success. But again, you can make it your own. You don't have to do things exactly how someone else did them, right? And again, on that note, I wake up at 4:30 every single morning, and I get my day done and over with right away, right? But I know plenty of people that are very successful that wake up at noon, and they're still very successful. So, I think that a lot of successful people are oh, you have to wake up early, but it's not true. I know plenty of people that don't. You have the Six of Pentacles here. Six of Pentacles, again, says, try it. This is my card of planting seeds. It says, plant a seed, see if it grows, see if it doesn't. If it grows, great, double down on it. If it doesn't, then get rid of it. And I think as long as you pay attention to that with the Six of Pentacles, you will be very successful. I do feel more money coming in as well. Six of Pentacles can represent more money, can be a raise or a promotion. So definitely something coming in. With the Two of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. Yeah, major progress. I think that the Knight of Swords could be talking about you making progress as well. The Knight of Swords is one of my cards of momentum, and it says that things are speeding up for you. So again, I think that as things improve, things will continue to improve faster and faster with this energy. With the Chariot, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. Again, it says the more you believe that you can do something, the more likely it is that you will do it. So the Seven of Wands, I think, is a great card for really, really developing the belief in yourself that you can accomplish something or that you can do something. And I feel like the Six of Pentacles is saying that even if you have to start small, and even if you have to take those tiny little steps, then, do it so that you can develop the belief. It's I always tell people, it's if you're trying to write a book, don't try to write a book. Just try to write a sentence or try to write a paragraph or whatever you can do, right? And, start with a sentence. Start writing a sentence every single day, and then eventually you'll work up to a paragraph, and eventually you'll be doing a page a day, and then 2 pages, right? So it's I think that we have to pat ourselves on the back for those small things, and sometimes we have to develop the belief that we can do something. And again, I have found, like in my life as a crazy Gemini moon, right? It's like I dream way too big. Like I try to do way too much. But once I started doing the small things, it changed my life, literally. So you've all seen it on this channel. My channel was stuck for years at 40,000, right? It wasn't until I started making those tiny little 1% improvements every single day, totally changed my life. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Hangman. Hangman is about seeing a new perspective. Everybody pretty much gets like cards like this in their readings, not necessarily the Hangman, but other cards that could also represent new perspectives, like Two of Swords, for example, or even the Seven of Swords can represent doing something from a different perspective. So we are just in a time of new perspectives, and I think this is saying like stay flexible. If you're trying to accomplish something or do something, stay open to all the ways there are of doing something. In the area of messages from your future self, you have this Wisdom card and this Leadership card. Definitely a time where you're taking the lead, whether you want to or not. People could just be seeing you as a leader, but you have that Two of Wands twice in your reading, which is a card of leadership. The Wisdom card is, again, I think you have a lot of wisdom to share, and so I think it would be a great time for you to share your wisdom. You have the Four of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Strength card. I do feel like you're kind of trying to break free from limitations with the Four of Pentacles, but one thing I will say is that he has this pentacle over his head and he's got one over his heart. And one of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. So I think that this is about your future self is like encouraging you to get into alignment or to come into alignment. And if you can do that, I think that's where all the success is going to come in. You have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about curiosity or being curious. And I think that it is also an amazing time for curiosity. So if something interests you, any new directions, any new ideas, then I think getting curious on those new ideas would be a very good idea. You also have the Two of Cups here, and I do feel like someone has their eye on you. It could be a Leo, it could be a Cancer, it could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, a Taurus, or a Leo as well, or a Sagittarius with the Wheel of Fortune. But I kind of feel like someone has their eye on you and is thinking about making a move towards you. And, the other thing is I don't think you know who this person is, or maybe you do, but maybe you've never really talked to them. But I do think they will make a move, just so you know. You have the Strength card. And again, I get this like break on the Strength card. I said it at the beginning of the reading. I feel like either you are finally getting a break, as in maybe you're taking a vacation, or maybe you feel like you can just breathe deep, right? And something is like you're having a breakthrough. I feel like something has caused you anxiety for like a little bit of time now, and it could be anything. It's kind of funny because just intuitively it's popping into my head as like news, and I don't even know what that means, but it's like maybe you see something in the news, or maybe you're like worried about like AI, for example. I know that I had a minor heart attack about AI. I was like, oh my god, AI is going to ruin everything, right? But then I kind of like thought about it, and it's like, well, probably not. So I think that something that you've been worried about over time is becoming less and less of a concern. She has learned how to tame this lion. The lion represents her inner voice, her inner critic, her inner demons, all those other things. But she has taken control. So again, if something, I'm not saying it is AI, I just feel like maybe it's something that you've been concerned about, or a change that you've been seeing in the world. And, again, I feel like you're taking control of it. Like another one, like YouTube is unsubscribing all my subscribers for some reason. I get like 1 million comments a day now of people not seeing my videos, right? And so like I had a minor heart attack about that as well. But then I thought like, no, you know all the things you need to do to make sure that, you don't lose everybody, right? So it's like I kind of feel, I'm not trying to talk about myself here, but I kind of feel like something like that happened over the past few months, and those are just some examples, right? And I feel like you've been able to talk your way through it, or if you haven't yet, I feel like you will. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about enthusiasm. I think you're about to start having more fun as well with the Page of Wands, or there is more fun coming in for you. With the Page of Swords, you have the Five of Swords. Yes, I feel like this person is going to take a risk, finally. Maybe this person was waiting for you to break up with a person, or maybe they broke up with a person or something. So maybe that's why you've been waiting for a while. Some of you do know who this person is. It just popped into my head. Like, again, if you've been waiting for a person to become single, or maybe you've been waiting on a person to heal, obviously that's not going to apply to all of you, but I feel like for some of you, that is finally happening, and I also feel they're going to take the risk to make a move. With the Strength card, you have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, me, myself, and I. That is Gemini, right? You have probably more than two personalities, maybe just two, I don't know. But I feel like you've learned how to work with yourself with these cards. You know, there are three people on this card, so maybe you have three personalities, maybe not. Maybe sometimes you do. And the Three of Pentacles is about putting in work. Like he has created something that is quality. You know, the Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. And so I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself. And now you're kind of like presenting it to the world. I always say that the strength card is a display of strength. Like who in the right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? You know, people are seeing her do something that requires great strength. So I feel like people are seeing like what you have been through. And that could also be part of your breakthrough that you're having here. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card. It says, full moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negativity. You also have this new moon in Cancer. It says you and your loved ones are safe. So I think that for a lot of you, you are releasing negativity because it's coming up in the good stuff, and you're more focused on the good. You're more focused on the good stuff. You have the Ten of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords would say that you are seeing something that didn't work out for you as a blessing in disguise, right? So I think for a lot of you that you are seeing the blessing in something. And again, it could be this news. Like I said earlier with that strength card, I was getting news popping into my head. But it doesn't really feel like news to me. That's why I'm hesitating. It feels more like something that you're seeing. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, like I just gave you a couple examples of what I see, the changes I see going on that have concerned me, right? But they don't any longer. And again, I feel like you're seeing the blessing. It's like, yeah, maybe there is something to be concerned about. Maybe YouTube is banning tarot. I don't know. Maybe that'll happen because it kind of seems like it. I don't know what's going on. But what I will say is it's like you probably already have a backup plan, or you are seeing it as a blessing because maybe you're deciding, you know what, I need to expand. I need to do something different. I need to, kind of expand in the world and branch out. And you're seeing that as a blessing. Again, the Ten of Swords and the good stuff is a blessing in disguise. So whatever you're worried about, I wouldn't even worry about it. You have the Two of Cups, and again, for those of you that want love, there could be a perfect match coming in for you. I'm kind of leaning towards fire, and I'm pretty sure that you get fire with me all the time, so could be a fire sign, could be any sign, general reading. But Two of Cups is usually someone who's like different than your usual type. Everybody gets someone who's different than their usual type right now. I think love is changing. The energy of love has changed in the astrology, so it kind of makes sense to me, but definitely could be some sort of change in love. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork, and it says teamwork makes the dream work. It's also about receiving recognition, and like I said earlier with the Strength card, I think that you could finally be receiving the recognition you deserve for the work that you do. With the Ten of Swords, you have the World. The World is a card of completion. The World is also an achievement, so I think that you are opening up to a brand new world, right? Even if YouTube bans tarot, I have Instagram, TikTok, and everything else. So it would open me up to a whole new world. So I think that for a lot of you, that's what's happening for you. With the Two of Cups, you have the Star. Some of you could be wishing for a person, and if you are wishing for a specific person, then I definitely feel that it could be that person that you are manifesting in your life. The Star is about like hope, faith, renewal, blessings, good things coming in for you. So definitely some wish fulfillment going on in this reading. There's a ton of cards of wish fulfillment, Nine of Cups twice, Ten of Cups. Wheel of Fortune, Chariot even could be wish fulfillment as well. So it looks to me like you are getting something you wish for. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands, passionate, new beginning. So Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. Ten of Swords says, let the past go. Two of Wands, he's leaving behind that past wand behind him, and he's stepping forward to the new wand. So the new wand is where it's at for you. Building something new or kind of like moving in a new direction is definitely going to be very successful. You have this Discovery card, Two of Wands, again. This card reminds me of the Two of Wands. It is a card of being open to discovery. On the Two of Wands, he's looking out in the world in front of him, but he's not looking at the whole world in his hands. He thinks that he knows everything. He thinks that there's nothing more for him to experience, but if he would get out into the world, he would have unexpected experiences that could fulfill him. And I think that's really what that card's asking. You have this Power card, and so you are clearly taking the lead in your life. You have a billion leadership cards here, so you're taking the lead on something. Next, you have this Detachment card. I think it's an amazing time to be detached from outcome, like not needing things to go a certain way, not needing things to work out how you want them to work out, just allowing things to work out how they want to work out, right? And so getting into that place could be very powerful. You have this intuition card. We are in a time of heightened intuition. So again, if you see a sign symbol synchronicity, it is probably a sign symbol synchronicity. It's probably not just some random thing that's happening. So trust the signs that are happening around you with this card. And finally, you have this rebellion card. Yes, definitely a rebel. People are going to tell you that you're moving in the wrong direction, for sure. If you are doing anything new, people like to put us in boxes. And again, I don't think it's like some super bad thing that people do. I just think that people develop a box around us. And whenever we step outside that box, they get uncomfortable because then, if they put us in a box and then we start growing or we start improving, then they have to improve. But most people don't want to actually improve, so they don't like it when you do that, right? It's like I can think of a million things off the top of my head. When I started adding 3 cameras to my setup, people are like, oh, don't do that. I like just the front camera, right? So it's like anytime you make a change, people aren't going to like it, but eventually they get used to it. So that's what I'll say there. But I like this reading. I feel like you're getting something you wish for here, Gemini. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.